when we talk about food fraud, there are a few things that you need to look at, right? But in the halal sector, we speak specifically about the halal sector. All
Mm-hmm.
of us are actually having blind faith,
Mm-hmm.
right? We are actually trusting halal certification bodies blindly and
Yes.
saying that, oh, okay, because let's say I cannot name halal certification bodies here. I do not want to get into trouble legally, but in general, you cannot trust X certifier, Y certifier just like that. There are many honest ones out there,
Yep.
but if you look at recent news, a few governing bodies are getting into trouble. Some people say it's fake news. Some people say it's not fake news. But then I do understand because it's business. You want to cover yourselves. But
Right.
at the same time, why in the first place such news come about?
Yep.
There must be grievances because if everything is fine, there wouldn't be fingers pointing saying like, hey, this HCB is corrupt, it's taking under table money,
Mm-hmm.
in this HCB over here is not doing the processes right because they want to be money making. um and then when that happens, then how about common people like us eating the food?
Yes.
If
Yes.
at the top of the food chain, and then oh my goodness, what are we eating? Are we eating really halal food? And then you must remember, whatever you eat goes into our blood, it
Yep.
affects our deen, right?
Yep.
We, of course, we can say Bismillah. My late father always say, if you are not sure, doa Bismillah, and doa makan, or just doa, um, to make sure that the food is halal, right?
Mm-mm.
But come on, I mean, let's be honest. Everyone wants convenience nowadays, so we want the ability to trust and say, hey, okay, this is halal certified, I can eat it.
Mm.
Right now, it has become this halal certified. Okay, let me read the ingredients first, huh? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it
Yeah. Yeah.
becomes to that point right now. So that's the first food fraud. Second is food fraud in certificates. Now,
Oh.
because it is expensive in certain parts of the world to be halal certified,
Mm-hmm.
now suppliers sometimes cut corners. Like, okay, maybe
Ah.
they certify for first year, second year maybe they never certify, they change, they counterfeit the documents, and
Yep.
this is a real thing. This is not something made up. Okay, um, we take the example of the ISO certificate scandal,
Mm-hmm.
happened in China, where ISO certificate is important in cross-border trade, right? People check all the certificates. Excuse me. What happened is, now they realize middlemen, or not middlemen, even the suppliers or buyers themselves counterfeit that document, and it costs
Mm.
hundreds of millions of losses. So this is what I'm trying to say. So it trickles down to the halal sector as well. What makes
Yeah.
us think our halal certificates are not
Right.
being counterfeited,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so these are the two main fraud issues. Oh, and
Mm.
thirdly, what I call an unconscious fraud. Okay, sometimes you see, and I think this will be a shock to a lot of viewers, a lot of procurement officers that procure halal food in the world um, tend to be non-Muslims.
Mm.
So who's to say when they go to a e-commerce platform, let's say Alibaba, okay, this is public news, so I can mention, right? And
Yep.
you search halal, and there's halal pork. The person who's buying that do not know, right? Because they think, oh, okay, as long as got halal means this pork is halal, because the person doesn't know anything about Muslim, what, right? You can't
Yeah.
assume
Yeah.
people know anything about religion. They
Right.
think it's halal
Right.
pork, so they buy halal. But then, then look at our future generation. Then, what if they don't know any better, young children, and then they think, oh, halal, halal.
Yeah.
Hey, that's halal. Then they eat it, but it's actually pork. So this is the unconscious fraud, and not really
Mm.
fraud, like honestly. That I think just ignorance, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's a responsibility. That's the reason why One Greeks came about, because we are saying, hey, buyers, already you're non-Muslim, you can buy, because here we know that our leadership in the company, we are backed by, a lot of important Muslim leaders. I mean, advisory board, so we do know that the
Yeah.
food they are serving is halal. Toyiban is another thing altogether.
Yeah.
I know I talked to you about this pre-call,
Yep. Yep.
but first sort that out first. The certificate problem, the certifiers, whether they are doing their real job, are they amana, are
Yeah.
they doing
Correct.
really what they're doing. Yeah, so solve that first.